Hey YouTube, what is going on? Brandon here with another printer video. Today we're going to be talking about the Dell V725W. Basically, if you're having any issues with your print quality, a certain color just isn't printing, or none of the colors are printing at all, or they're printing choppy, this is a video that's going to help you solve that problem. This is a very easy DIY for anyone, so stay tuned and we'll get right into it. Alright, so really quick before the video starts, there's a few things I did want to mention. There will be some links in the description below, one of them being a Printhead cleaning kit, which is going to be necessary to do the repair on this. It's a very inexpensive cleaning kit that I highly recommend you get, and I'll mention it later on in the video, among other things. Also, if you were looking to buy a new printer for whatever reason, or you just wanted a website with resources for your printer, I'm going to leave a link to my website, bestprinterstech.com. It's going to be in the description below. Again, if you need to pause this video and go down there, go ahead and do that. Alright, let's go ahead and start with this repair. Now the first thing you're going to want to go ahead and do is, while it's on, you're going to want to lift up the top of the printer. Very easy to do. And you're going to want to grab this print head, and you're going to want to place it right in the middle. You're also going to want to go ahead and shut off the printer while you have the print head in the middle there, because this is going to make it a lot easier. If you have to unplug it, go ahead and do that. I would recommend just unplugging it. Now, next, you're going to want to go ahead and you're going to remove the ink. Now, a lot of these problems with your print head, aside from error codes, are going to be caused by running your ink too low. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to leave a link in the description below for some Dell black and color ink specifically for this printer, so that you can go ahead and get that if that is what is needed for you. Now, if you're all full and you're having issues, that's still a possibility, but most of the time you will see you have run your ink way too low. Next, you're going to go ahead and you're going to take out this print head. Okay, once this is out, it's very easy. You lift up that latch. You saw what I just did. And you will see on the back here, if your print head looks anything like this, it is time to buy a cleaning kit and clean that out. Now, you can either throw away this printer, you can throw away the print head, everything, and basically buy a new printer for hundreds of dollars, or maybe you can get one cheap from Best Buy, but guess what? You're gonna spend hundreds of dollars on ink. So instead, you can stick with your cheap ink with your printer that works just fine, and you can clean out this print head. Just a 10-second rant there. Alright, so next you're going to want to have a container, something like this, so that you can put your print head right in there. And now is where you're going to need the print head cleaning kit that I was talking about in the beginning of the video. Now, it's a very simple syringe kit. It's going to come with some cleaning solution, which is what is already in here. It's going to come with some other things that are going to help you, even some nozzles, and a lot of times you can just use the tip of this tube here, which will fit over each of these nozzles. And that's basically what you are doing. You're taking the tip of this nozzle, and sometimes you will have fitments that you can put on here with this kit, but if not, you can use this tube. Like I said, you can place it right over, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Now, if you are noticing that you're mainly having issues with a certain color, let's say black, magenta, that is what you're going to want to focus on, and you're going to want to put a whole syringe full into that nozzle. Basically, all you're doing is you're putting the nozzle right over the plastic tubing over the nozzle. Okay, just like that, as flat and as flush as you can, and you are just pushing through all of this cleaning solution. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and speed up the rest of the video from here, because I'm just going to be cleaning the color nozzle. So once that is done, you are going to go ahead and take this out. Now, all that ink that is down there, that is exactly what you need to see, because you are needing to push the ink out of the nozzles because it's dried up. It gets dried up in there. That is what is causing your issues. So you're getting that ink out of the nozzles, and you are basically cleaning it out, and you are rinsing it basically through until it is clear. Now, And the next step is going to be to put this back in the printer. Do not do that with the same dry ink or low ink that you were using before, because you'll just end up with the same situation. Now again, I'm going to leave a link in the description below. It's going to be the first link in the description. It's going to take you to Amazon.com, and that is where you're going to be buying this cleaning kit. It's a very helpful kit. It's something that you can use again on another printer, or if you have issues again, now you have the solution, and it is very inexpensive compared to all the money in ink, print heads, new printers, or new printer ink that you. This is very simple and something that anybody can do, any age. It doesn't take. It's not a very difficult thing to do. So I would highly recommend that you buy this cleaning kit, because it'll help you save tons of money. If you're a close family member or somebody else has a similar issue, you now have the know-how and the knowledge and the tools to fix that problem. Alright, so next you're really just going to want to, now of course you can do this multiple times. If you notice there, I went over it twice because this one is pretty dirty and it really needed it. So if you need to go over it 2 or 3 times, or really focus in on a color, a certain particular color, and you go over it 4 or 5 times, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, just as long as when you're done, you are drying this off. All of it needs to be completely dried off by the time you put it back in. So that's really all that you need to do, is make sure that it is dried off. Make sure none of these connectors are dirty or anything like that. And now you see the difference. If you go back in the video, you will see this was very, very dirty, but it is now clean and ready to be used again. Now, so to put it back, you're just going to place it right down in there, and you're going to go ahead and close the latch. It's very simple. You now have a clean print head. You're ready to print. Assuming that you had new ink, and I'm going to throw this ink out. Actually, I'll put the ink right back in there, and go ahead and do a couple of test prints. Now, I would recommend right now with this video, pause the video right now if you have to test the printer, and if it works, still come back to the video, and we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. Alright, so hopefully that worked for you, and you now have a clean print head, and you are printing again, and everything is back to normal, and you have saved yourself a couple $100 at least. If you were satisfied with that, all I ask is that you please go down in the description. There's also going to be some links to some Amazon services, and that's going to kind of help support the channel, support this business, and that would be greatly appreciated. Now, if this did not work for whatever reason, you have a few options. I'm also going to leave a link. I told you the resources in the description below. I'm also going to leave a link for a brand new print head for this model. So you'll be getting a brand new print head, and for whatever reason, if this one would just failed completely, no matter what you did to it, you tried cleaning it, it still didn't work. The print heads aren't that expensive, so I'm going to leave a link to that. And if you wanted to take it a step further and you just wanted a new printer, or you just wanted a new one of these, I'm going to leave a link to this printer, and I'm going to leave one for an upgraded version of this printer. So if you were looking to upgrade, that's going to be down there as well. Now, if you just wanted a new printer overall and you wanted some information on what the best printers were to buy, what the ones that I recommend, working on them, if you look at my channel here, I've done well over 100 repairs on these printers, so I would consider myself an expert. If you wanted to take my advice and buy yourself a new printer, go ahead and go to my website, bestprinterstech.com. I'm going to leave it in the cards somewhere here on the screen, and also in the description below. So there's a lot of resources down below, a ton of them, more than enough, but it's only a portion of them will apply to you. But I recommend everybody get the cleaning kit, and then after that, as you need, ink or whatever else you need, if you were wanting to get one of those Amazon services and support the channel. So there's a lot of different avenues, things for you to do down there. So I really highly recommend you take your time, do this the right way, and you will save yourself a ton of money. And I really hope this ends up helping. So if you have any questions at all, I do a good job of responding to comments. So if I didn't cover something, or for whatever reason you didn't really understand a part of this repair, you can go ahead and leave a comment and I will do my best to get to it. Hopefully this was helpful. I would greatly appreciate if you liked the video and also subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching, and until next time.